The atmosphere surrounding the Bvlgari appearance seemed glamorous and effortless, but beneath the polished lights, elegant styling, and carefully watched public moments, one particular interaction suddenly became the center of attention. Zhang Linghe appeared calm and composed as cameras captured the event, yet a remark connected with the subject of marriage quickly sent fans into a wave of speculation. Nothing about the moment itself could automatically confirm a relationship or a future wedding, but the timing, the wording, and the reactions surrounding it created exactly the kind of mystery that fans could not stop discussing. Then came another moment that made the situation even more intriguing: Xiwei appearing close to him and embracing him, creating an emotional image that instantly encouraged viewers to look more carefully at every expression, every gesture, and every second they shared. In an industry where celebrities are constantly surrounded by cameras, even an ordinary interaction can suddenly feel extraordinary, especially when two stars already have a powerful connection in the eyes of the public. And this time, the combination of a marriage-related remark, a glamorous Bvlgari setting, and Xiwei's warm gesture created an atmosphere filled with questions that seemed impossible to ignore. Zhang Linghe has become one of the most closely watched young actors in Chinese entertainment, and moments involving his personal life naturally attract enormous attention. Yet what makes this particular situation fascinating is not simply the word marriage itself. It is the uncertainty surrounding what the remark actually meant. Was it a serious reflection about the future, a casual response taken out of context, or simply a playful comment that fans interpreted through the lens of their existing fascination with him and Xiwei? That uncertainty is precisely what transformed an ordinary celebrity moment into a much larger conversation. Online discussions can move incredibly quickly when fans notice something unexpected, and once a single phrase begins circulating, people naturally return to the footage searching for clues they may have missed. A glance can suddenly appear meaningful. A smile can become a topic of debate. A small change in expression can lead people to wonder whether there was something more behind the moment. But while speculation can be exciting, it is important to separate what was actually shown from what people imagine might be happening beyond the cameras. The real fascination lies in the mystery itself, not in pretending that an unconfirmed interpretation is already a fact. The Bvlgari setting only intensified that feeling. Luxury events are built around atmosphere, elegance, and visual storytelling, with celebrities appearing under carefully arranged lights while photographers capture every movement. Zhang Linghe fit naturally into that environment, carrying the kind of calm presence that has made him such a recognizable figure among drama fans. But when marriage entered the conversation, the mood changed almost instantly. Suddenly, viewers were no longer simply watching a celebrity attend a luxury event. They were listening more carefully, wondering what he meant and why the topic had appeared at that particular moment. Marriage is an especially powerful subject when connected to a young celebrity whose private life remains closely guarded, because fans understand that public appearances rarely reveal everything. A simple statement can therefore create an enormous emotional reaction without necessarily revealing anything definitive. It becomes a window into possibilities rather than proof of reality, and that distinction is what makes the moment so fascinating. Then Xiwei entered the emotional center of the conversation. Her presence alongside Zhang Linghe immediately changed the atmosphere for fans who have followed the professional journey and become invested in their chemistry. Their pairing has already attracted significant attention because viewers have responded strongly to the warmth, humor, and emotional energy they display together. Whether that connection exists only within the professional work or reflects a genuine friendship outside the screen is something only they truly know. Yet when Xiwei was seen embracing Zhang Linghe, fans naturally reacted emotionally. A hug can be completely innocent, friendly, spontaneous, or simply part of the atmosphere of an event, but when two popular actors are already surrounded by speculation, even a warm gesture can become intensely discussed. The image itself becomes memorable because people begin attaching their own interpretations to it, imagining what the moment might represent while knowing that the camera can only capture a tiny piece of a much larger reality. What makes the situation even more captivating is the contrast between the glamour of the event and the intimacy of the gesture. Bvlgari represents luxury, sophistication, and a world of carefully crafted public appearances, yet a simple embrace feels much more personal. It creates a striking emotional contrast, bright lights surrounding two famous stars while one small human gesture seems to pull attention away from everything else. Fans may forget the decorations, the fashion, and even the event itself when a moment like that captures their imagination. Suddenly, the focus becomes the space between two people, the expression on their faces, and the question of what they might have been feeling at that exact second. That is how celebrity moments become cultural moments. They do not necessarily need to contain a dramatic announcement. Sometimes all they need is an unexpected combination of words, timing, and emotion. Across social media, reactions to moments like this often become a story of their own. Some fans immediately become excited, while others urge everyone to remain realistic. Some viewers may interpret the marriage-related remark as a sign that Zhang Linghe is thinking more seriously about his future, while others may see it simply as a normal comment with no hidden meaning at all. Then Tian Xiwei's hug adds another layer, encouraging fans to connect two separate moments and ask whether they somehow belong to the same story. That is where the imagination of fandom becomes incredibly powerful. People begin replaying clips, examining expressions, discussing body language, and comparing the atmosphere with previous appearances. Yet none of those observations can establish a private relationship. They can only show how strongly viewers respond to the chemistry and emotional impression created by the two stars. There is also something deeply human about why fans become so fascinated by these moments. Behind the glamorous photographs and carefully styled appearances are young performers navigating careers under extraordinary public attention. Their professional lives are constantly visible, while their private thoughts remain largely inaccessible. Fans see characters, interviews, events, performances, and public appearances, but they do not see every conversation that happens away from the cameras. That gap between what is visible and what remains private creates endless curiosity. When Zhang Linghe mentions something as emotionally significant as marriage, people naturally wonder about the person behind the celebrity image. What does he imagine for his future? What kind of life does he want when the cameras are gone? Is marriage something he thinks about seriously, or was the topic simply part of a passing conversation? Those questions can create an emotional narrative without providing a definitive answer. And Tian Xiwei's presence makes that emotional uncertainty even stronger because viewers already associate the names with a memorable on-screen partnership. Their work together has encouraged fans to appreciate the subtle details of their interactions, from playful exchanges to quieter moments of understanding. When actors develop believable chemistry on screen, audiences often carry that emotional connection beyond the drama itself. It does not mean the actors are romantically involved in real life, but it does mean the audience has formed an emotional association with them as a pair. So when they appear together outside the fictional world, viewers naturally pay closer attention. A smile that might seem ordinary between two friends can feel special to someone who has watched the characters experience emotional journeys together. The imagination fills in the spaces that reality does not explain. The embrace therefore became powerful not because it proved anything, but because it allowed fans to experience a moment of warmth between two people they already care about. There is something instantly comforting about seeing a familiar celebrity interaction become unexpectedly tender. It can feel spontaneous, even when the surrounding environment is highly public. For a few seconds, the luxury branding and celebrity spectacle seem to disappear, leaving only a human gesture. That is why such images often travel so quickly online. People do not simply share photographs because they are beautiful. They share them because the photographs make them feel something. They create curiosity, happiness, surprise, or nostalgia, and those emotions encourage people to return to the moment again and again. But the marriage speculation remains the most mysterious element of the entire story. The word itself carries enormous emotional weight. For a celebrity, talking about marriage can immediately make fans wonder whether a new chapter of life is approaching. Yet there is a huge difference between discussing marriage in general and announcing an intention to marry someone specific. That distinction is essential here. Without a clear confirmation from Zhang Linghe himself or a reliable source providing unmistakable context, it would be unfair to transform speculation into a statement of fact. The most interesting approach is to acknowledge the mystery while allowing the people involved to retain their privacy. Perhaps the remark was meaningful. Perhaps it was casual. Perhaps fans simply heard something that resonated with their hopes and expectations. The truth remains known only to those who were actually part of the conversation. That uncertainty does not make the moment less interesting. In fact, it may be exactly what makes it so compelling. If everything had been clearly explained, there would be no mystery left. Instead, fans are left with fragments: a marriage-related remark, a powerful public appearance, Tian Xiwei's embrace, and a flood of emotional reactions. Those fragments become pieces of a puzzle without a confirmed picture. Every viewer can interpret them differently, but the responsible conclusion is that the available moments do not establish a real-life romance or marriage plan. What they do establish is the strength of the public fascination surrounding these two stars and the emotional impact their appearances together can create. There is another reason this moment feels significant. Zhang Linghe's career has reached a point where his public image extends far beyond individual dramas. Every appearance carries expectations. Every event can become a trending discussion. Every interaction can be photographed, analyzed, and shared thousands of times. That level of attention can be both flattering and overwhelming. It means that even something as ordinary as a friendly embrace can become part of a larger public narrative. For viewers, it is exciting. For celebrities, it is a reminder that very little remains unnoticed. The distance between a private feeling and a public interpretation can become incredibly small. Tian Xiwei faces a similar reality. Her growing popularity means that audiences pay attention not only to her performances but also to the way she interacts with colleagues and fellow stars. Her warmth and expressive personality often make her public moments especially memorable. When she embraces someone, fans may naturally read emotional meaning into it, particularly when the person beside her is Zhang Linghe. Yet friendship and professional closeness can be meaningful on their own. Not every affectionate gesture needs to become a romance story. Sometimes the beauty of the moment comes precisely from seeing two people who appear comfortable around each other. Still, it is easy to understand why fans became emotional. Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei represent a pairing that many viewers have already connected with through their work. Their chemistry created a sense of emotional familiarity, and that familiarity makes every real-world interaction feel like an unexpected continuation of a story audiences already love. When Tian Xiwei hugged him, fans did not see only two celebrities standing together. Many saw echoes of the emotional connection they had experienced through their performances. That is the magic and danger of celebrity fandom at the same time. Fiction can create genuine emotions in the audience, even when the real people behind the characters have completely separate lives. Perhaps the most beautiful part of the entire moment is that nobody outside the two stars needs to know every private detail. The public can appreciate the warmth of the interaction without demanding an explanation. Fans can enjoy the excitement while remembering that speculation is still speculation. Zhang Linghe can talk about his future without being forced to reveal every personal plan, and Tian Xiwei can show affection toward a friend or colleague without that gesture automatically becoming evidence of a relationship. In an entertainment world where every moment can be turned into a headline, allowing some mystery to remain can actually make the moment feel more genuine. And yet the questions will naturally continue. Did the marriage remark have a deeper meaning? Was it simply a casual comment? Why did the embrace happen at that particular moment? Was it spontaneous? Was it part of the event atmosphere? Or are fans connecting moments that were never intended to be connected? There may be no immediate answer, and perhaps there does not need to be one. Sometimes the most memorable celebrity moments are those that leave people talking long after the cameras stop recording. What remains undeniable is the emotional electricity created when Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei appear together in a public setting. Their presence attracts attention because audiences already recognize the chemistry they have developed through their work, while their real personalities remain partly mysterious. That combination creates a powerful sense of anticipation. Viewers want to know what is real, what is performance, what is friendship, and what exists entirely within the imagination of fandom. The Bvlgari moment brought all of those questions together in a single burst of attention. Perhaps that is why one small moment can feel so much bigger than the event surrounding it. The lights may eventually disappear, the cameras may move on, and the online conversation may shift toward the next major entertainment story. But the image of Tian Xiwei embracing Zhang Linghe will remain in the memories of the people who witnessed it, not necessarily because it proved a secret romance or confirmed a future marriage, but because it captured something warm and emotionally compelling. It reminded viewers why they became invested in these performers in the first place, not simply because they are famous, but because their work and public presence can create feelings that stay with people. For now, the marriage speculation should remain exactly that, speculation. There is no reason to turn a mysterious remark into a confirmed announcement, and there is no need to transform a heartfelt embrace into proof of a private relationship. The most intriguing story is the one that leaves room for reality to speak for itself. Zhang Linghe's words created the question, Tian Xiwei's embrace intensified the emotion, and the fans supplied the endless curiosity. Somewhere between those three elements, a single Bvlgari appearance became a moment people could not stop discussing. And maybe that is what makes the scenes so unforgettable. In a world where celebrities are expected to reveal everything, mystery still has extraordinary power. One sentence can open 1,000 questions. One embrace can create 1,000 interpretations. One shared moment can remind millions of viewers why they became emotionally invested in two performers in the first place. Whether Zhang Linghe was speaking seriously about his future or simply responding casually to a conversation, and whether Tian Xiwei's embrace was friendship, warmth, celebration, or simply a spontaneous gesture, the truth belongs to them. What belongs to everyone else is the memory of the moment, the elegance of the Bvlgari setting, the sudden marriage speculation, the warmth between two familiar faces, and the unmistakable feeling that something unexpected had just happened in front of the cameras. And as fans continue to revisit the footage and discuss every tiny detail, perhaps the biggest mystery is not what the moment proves, but why it touched so many people so deeply.